All right. Well, I'm Ryan with TeamNFTnetic, and I'm joined by co-founder, our lead artist and creative director, Manny Avetisyan, and he is joined us on the call to speak about the artwork associated with his project and discuss some of the layering involved and his creative process. So thanks for joining us, Manny.
Hey, thanks for being on here, guys. I appreciate everyone. Hey, guys, Manny Avetisyan here with TeamNFTnetic. And we're working away at a beautiful collection here, and I'm really stoked. Been working with George here, who's our developer, and he's piecing together currently 34 layers of artwork to bring you guys the collection that we're currently working on. And I'm working in Clip Studio Paint, which is my preferred software on the iPad. A lot of people use Procreate, which I do love, but I think Clip Studio just gives me a little more control. And I prefer the stabilizer in Clip Studio. The brush stabilizer to give you the really smooth lines a little better. So what can we say about the artwork? Let me see. This is definitely a work of passion. I feel like it's an accumulation of the things that I've been really into: balance, equilibrium, duality, consciousness, lovely things like that, and what those things manifest. And from what we see in this world, they manifest beautiful creatures and animals and humans that have, it seems like, an almost infinite variety of styles and looks and features. And so this collection is a celebration of that for me. The manifestation of all the different variety of living things that we have access to, and I'm sure if we found life on other planets that we would see even a greater variety. But as far as we can tell, so I'm getting a lot of inspiration from life on Earth, from animals, from humans, from creatures, and utilizing 20 years of experience and skills gained as a professional caricature artist and illustrator. I'm trying to bring to life the most robust, feature-filled collection I can possibly output. So we're talking about, I'm shooting for 1,000 different features. Of course, we're talking about textures and colors, and some of them will be make each NFT as unique as possible. This collection we're shooting for 9,999 in the Duo-ality set. And to do that, like I said, I'm trying to fill it with as many cool features referenced from the animal kingdom and my imagination as possible. So a few examples I've already posted on my Twitter account, and TeamNFTnetic has also retweeted those. I will be posting another one right now as an example, because there's one I did last night where I'm pretty excited about, gaining inspiration from the anglerfish, that really hideous looking, monster looking fish from Finding Nemo that lives in a very, 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 very depths of the ocean, that uses that bright light to guide in unsuspecting victims before chomping on them. But utilizing some light, some light techniques that I've learned. I got the the feature into one of the layers of the NFT. So it's going to be one of the unique items where the light of the anglerfish is lighting up and casting a light back onto the fish, back onto the creature's eyeballs and face as a reflective light. Looks really cool.
Okay, great. Yeah, I love how you're incorporating all kinds of different features into the collection.
Thank you. Yeah, I started with butterfly and moth wings last night too, and they're looking great as well.
Oh, that's a really good dynamic, playing on the moth as the nocturnal and the butterfly as, you know, the daylight creature. It's really beautiful. You're showing the duality. I can see where you conjured up, where the team got the name for the collection, and the it's really fun to watch it evolve. So we started off with, you know, conceptually thinking of a yin yang symbol, this you know, an icon that everyone recognizes as the perfect balance, the harmony between polarity, right, in an image. And then maybe you can just talk about philosophically how that's applied to you, and then, you know, trace it back to where you're at right now, and how this light with the anglerfish.
Yeah, I appreciate that
analogy. You know.
Yeah, so we're doing 3 sets for the for this first collection. I believe we're going to be launching 2, and then the third one will come shortly thereafter. So this is part of the duality set. We're calling it Duo-ality, as a celebration of the dualistic nature of our reality. Like you said, we have the daytime, beautiful, vibrant butterflies, and we have the nocturnal, nighttime, darker feeling but gorgeous, absolutely beautiful moths. And so I'm trying to play those off each other within the yin and yang of the design within the collection. I feel like this is my whole life has accumulated to this. It's kind of like my artistic career plus my philosophical ideologies all kind of coming to a head with this project. I grew up very Christian, but while I really like a lot of their ideas as far as being a good person, I feel like I have the same issues with it as a lot of people are waking up to, that the fact that maybe spirituality has a lot more to do with the heart, the condition of the heart, and internal, as opposed to, you know, being a part of some kind of organized religion and sitting in a building and trying to, you know, be spiritual that way, which I have no problem with. If that's your path, that's great. But for me, I found that it was through reading and getting a wide range of disparate knowledge, from ancient knowledge and wisdom to modern philosophers and teachers on YouTube, which are really fantastic. YouTube's given us access to. And so the idea of dualism is evident in our reality, right? It's like there seems to be nothing that doesn't have a shadow side and a dark side and a counterbalance to it. And that's kind of what I'm trying to celebrate with this collection through a very fun, witty. I am a caricature artist, so I love humor. I love comedy and art. I love illustration, cartoons. So I'm trying to convey the idea of duality using really fun, vibrant artwork. And so it's kind of, yeah, this project is a passion project. Like I said, it's an accumulation of a lot of my beliefs and the beliefs of our team. The creative part is also just an outpouring of everything I love to draw and create and illustrate. So,
Manny, I just retweeted this image that you posted, and I have to say, I'm almost speechless from it. It's like the amount of detail and the level of quality, everything that we're talking about. That's hence duality. So I mean, everything, light and the shadow, is expressed. you have anything to add on the developer side as far as layers of complexity here that make it, it's very unique and that can demonstrate the level of work that's really going into this project?
I mean, there's a lot of layers, but I mean, I think the artwork is great as far as detail and the quality, like the file quality. I mean, is just fantastic compared to some of the other NFTs. Simply because I've seen some where they're good, but I don't know. This one has, they're big files just in general. But yeah, Manny's back, so I think he's.
Yeah, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. I don't know why it just dropped me. I was excited to, I think I missed all that, but I'll listen back into it. And I appreciate, George, for your kind words. Yeah, I mean, I'm starting with a high resolution image. I went with, where are we at, George? Like 3,000 by 3,000, something like that, pixels.
3070 by 3070.
Yeah.
I don't know why you chose that specific resolution, but I mean, I'm not the artist. I'll just plug it in.
Yeah, I wanted.
When I saw that number, I was like, "Huh, that's interesting. I wonder where he got that one from."
Well, 7's my lucky number, right? And I couldn't go 7,000 by 7,000. That would be a little much. So
big, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure
there's such intense numerology behind 7.
For sure, there is. Yeah, it's our family number, and it pops up like 1,000 times a day, for sure. So yeah, I decided to go high resolution enough to make sure that there's no doubt in how much quality I can squeeze into this, because I'm trying to do details in the eyes. If you go to the Twitter post and you look at, for instance, the butterfly one, you zoom into the eyeballs. I mean, I wanted to make sure that when you purchase the NFT, you're going to be able to see the details and it's not just going to blur out and get lost to you, because I am putting a lot of intent into the details, and I wanted to do that justice with the high resolution. Hence the higher resolution, and yeah, it just looks cleaner, and I'm trying to make something that will last into the future. It seems like everything's getting more and more high res, so I wanted to make sure that these were also timeless.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely closing in on the 4K level of quality by the 3,000 by 3,000 pixels. But my interest in it is the fact that it's so high quality. Users will have no issue blowing it up if they want to use the image for whatever use they have, whether it's on a blotter printer or downscaling it for whatever use they need, like a little emoji. Because like these would also, I could see these being used in Discord. They're imported as little emoji reactions. I could also see that. So the little use cases like that all over the place can be done with this, and the quality of the file kind of opens up so many doors for high quality use, not just like pixelated, blurry use, as you were saying.
Definitely wanted to make sure that it was high resolution enough to be useful in multiple ways. So yeah, so about the artwork again, I just feel like I'm in the flow of it. I'm not thinking too much, racking my brain. What am I going to draw next? It's literally every time I close my eyes, a cool new image pops into my head. Like, I'm going to do a scorpion tail on the next one, add some claws so that we get a variety that has that look to. Maybe do an orange scorpion and do a black scorpion as like a more rare, unique item. Put the tail in there with the claws. So
yeah, it could be Emperor Scorpion. Emperor Scorpion's black with I believe red hues, and I mean, we all know it as the largest scorpion. Not exactly poisonous, because with the size thing, but it's definitely one of the most visually striking of the scorpion species. So that could, instead of just black scorpion,
Yeah, exactly.
That could be as far as the new thing you released, the butterfly and moth. I love how there's a variation between the overall shapes. I'm just saying, like, visually striking. You have that circle that produces the consistent base for every image, but So I'm liking the shells from the snails, the fins, like the fish fins, the butterfly wings, those that pop up and kind of add a variation to the overall shape. I really enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to piggyback on that, Manny. The angler aspect with the teeth. I mean, and with that illuminated bait. I don't even know what that's called, but the way that it's depicted, and you can see that it casts light. It actually alters and radiates kind of around it. It's unbelievable what you've been able to pull off here.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. What's beautiful about working with Clip Studio Paint or these digital tablets is literally sky's the limit. So whatever you can produce, how you can use transparency, PNGs, right? So this particular light is a transparent PNG that's radiating. So literally any set of eyes and the yang that the angular light goes onto will give the same reflective light. I'm actually thinking of doing a second light that's red. So we have the option between the red and the blue as far as varieties there.
Well, we would have to take, we'll have a private meeting for adding that type of stuff, but we'd have to take two approaches. We either add these elements to every single NFT in the collection, or we make a small batch of if that makes sense, a small batch of NFTs. Because like I was saying, we can make specific groupings. So let's say I have the mass amount that is for the bulk of them, going from, let's say we're doing 10 in total. We go from number 1 to 7 with the bulk of them. And then from 8 to 10, we have a secondary set of assets, which a lot of them are shared, but we have a few new layers. And of those layers would be this light. Because if you have the shining light aspect as a separate layer, then there's going to be many hits where you're going to have light shining on the skin without the angler fish or a source of light. So we have to see how we're going to execute that, in which way, whether it's going to be fully implemented or only specific if you want to have it more rare. So we'll speak about that privately after this, but just to give an idea.
Oh, let me see if I understand that correctly. Because right now that layer is the angular light with the reflectors on the eyes and the front of the face. So anytime that layer goes on any one of them, they're all lined up. So it's going to light up any sets of eyes and face with the angular light. It's all together in one layer.
Okay, I thought it was all separate, and I thought that the light on the eyes and everything was literally another layer on top of the eyes by itself.
No, it's part of the angular light. Yeah, so it comes together. Whatever NFT face that angular light is thrown onto, it will light up the eyes and the front of the face with that color. Yeah.
All right, that sounds, yeah, we'll discuss and we'll run some tests. I think I sent you a message about an effective way to run future tests. We'll generate like 10 to 20, which will take a few moments, and then we can go through them and see layering and see if we're satisfied, see if we need to change anything. Because when I generated the entire collection, as you saw, it took a large number of hours given the resolution, and even given the CPU quality that I have, it still was a while. So we'll figure something out where we can meet and just do things like that, where you can just generate them until we're satisfied with a good base, and then just throw the rest of the traits that you have in there afterwards and mess with rarity percentages from there.
Again, with this collection, and I appreciate the team. We have such a solid team. I have full confidence in everyone's abilities. George is masterful at development, and Ryan brings his expertise in a lot of the things that I believe in and love, and also his expertise in the world of NFTs as an investor and crypto in general. And a lot of he's a man of the world with a ton of experiences in various things, which is also always inspiring for me. Our marketing team is incredible and solid, and we have the business end taken care of as well. So we want to make sure that we're providing something of value that's going to be here for the long term for anybody who decides to be an owner of one of our NFTs, that there's going to be value that's continuing, that will continue to grow, because we have such a passionate team that isn't just trying to do a one-off or trying to, get rich quick or anything like that. We're trying to do something that is beneficial to the community, that resonates with people beyond just investing in a piece of artwork. We want this to be long-term. Yeah, owning one of our NFTs, maybe Ryan, you can speak a little more to that, is essentially joining a club, joining our community, and all that entails.
Right. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for all the kudos, Manny. Well, the community that we've got at TeamNFTnetic, we call the Crypto Lovers for Unity of Being. So that's basically an acronym for club. It's our club, and anybody who wants to participate in any of our projects, this being our first initial project that we're really excited about, but anything in the future as well, we'll give you access to our club. Our vision is to be a source of positive change within this dynamic space that can be used for any number of purposes. And what's interesting about the Duo-ality collection is it shows how nature creates things that can be perceived as light or dark, or perhaps a positive or a negative. So we are creating something that we perceive as being very positive for our community, generating long-term results and bringing people closer together. It's really important to everybody at the team. So we are ecstatic to have Manny as kind of our focal point right now. He really brought everybody together and has drawn talent from all over the world to focus and really put mindfulness and intention into what we're doing here. We've got an exclusive partnership with the Innova Foundation, who George is on board with and is a developer on that team. And they have partnered with us to provide utility, and we want to pair that with exciting investment opportunities, long-term potential with partners like Innova Foundation. We have a vision to explore the physical space with events, maybe some live art activities or installations. We have an event coordinator on our team. We've got all kinds of people with different interests and various backgrounds that are able to fulfill any kind of mission that our community brings to us and says, hey, this is what we want. Our team, I'm fully confident, will be able to deliver that for the community. So really excited to be here.
I've been traveling nonstop with my wife, my lovely wife, my angel, my queen, for the past 9 years. We've had the fortune of full-time RVing all over the States and running a caricature operation where we draw live caricatures with a team of artists. We hand select the artists as like-minded individuals who are also the best at what they do. And we travel around with this team, bringing artwork to different fairs and festivals. Currently, we're drawing at the LA County Fair. So you guys can come to the LA County Fair, get drawn by world-renowned artists right now. And a lot of these artists are also going to be joining us as artists. They're working on their own collections, which they'll be releasing through TeamNFTnetic as well. And a lot of the travel, we've also gotten to travel internationally too. I want to mention places like India and Brazil and Argentina and Chile, and hiking Patagonia, and gaining all these beautiful, getting access to all these beautifully inspiring places that nature has produced, has given me almost an endless stream of inspiration that I'm really trying to put into this collection. Again, it's an accumulation of all the things that I've I've been fortunate enough to experience, because my wife loves hiking and loves nature. And we've gotten to visit some of the most beautiful places on earth. And as Ryan, a good friend, can attest to too, we've traveled together a bit too. And what that's given me is this beautiful perspective, right, of not just the beauty of nature, but also the community of humanity. I've made amazing friends all over the world. Power of attraction and magnetism is very real, because when you're of a certain mindset, you attract that mindset into your life. And hence the team, a like-minded team. Everybody's pretty much on the same page as far as our broader vision of community and being a force for positive change and positive light in the world. I'm excited about the partnership. Came to us like the universe provided this beautiful partnership with the Innova Foundation, which has opened new doors, allowing us to be more robust in our offering to the community, to the NFT world, to the art world as well. We're trying to give top-notch products in every facet of this.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing all that, Manny. One of the things that I'm really proud of with the team is that we always check in with each other, and we make sure that what we're doing is in the highest order with our ethics and values and with the community in mind, long-term vision in mind. You know, what's good for the artists, what's good for the community. And we know through each of our own experiences and the connections we've made, we're all kind of worldly people that have had, each of us has really beautiful stories and been all over and connected with people all over the world. We still believe in the dream of humanity, and we're here to make it happen. You know, we're not giving up on it. We're just getting started. You know, we're carrying it forward. This is momentum that each of us has built individually, but collectively, it's like a tidal wave that's just moving. And we're on the wave. We're riding it right now. So we're inviting anybody who feels that drive and motivation to continue the human journey into the metaverse and to connect these two worlds that we live in, and that we can then do business on a global scale. You know, we're inviting you to join on. And how do you do it? You can mint an NFT. You can participate in that way, and boom, there you go.
We'll also have tools from the Innova Foundation in the coming year released from our coming development teams that will give you guys the tools to both build using our system from our chain, which is like proof of data, file uploaders, like for security on enterprise level, as well as helping build tools that connect both generation 1 and generation 2 layer 1s. So, I mean, right now it's the NFT as far as starting the fire, like Tinder to the fire, but that is going to be used to bring a whole plethora of stuff, including hackathons and things of this nature that will help just expand our tools even more and from the community itself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that.
There's a whole suite and array of possibilities that we're opening. This is just the first doorway. We're using the NFT as a launch pad to generate some momentum so that the rest of the vision can be fulfilled.
All of these projects are connected and fueling each other. It's such a great opportunity to kind of have all of your values and passions all encompassed in a multifaceted mechanism where each piece is helping the other piece, but the overall vision is the same. It's to benefit the community, to benefit mankind, to be a force for light. So if you're interested in being a part of a project that encompasses good values through and through, then buy one of our NFTs. It opens the door to a whole community, a whole ideology that is based around humanity, love, balance, and duality. And I'm really excited to see, like George mentioned, like the hackathon and conventions and other things that this will open the door to. that we are yet to see what will manifest as well. We're very open to wherever this project leads to and guides us to be open to that by reinvesting into it and manifesting whatever it is that is necessary and comes our way and adds to the overall vision.
So may I say that we already have a couple people that are joining our development team. Currently, we have someone who may take the position as a JavaScript team lead, because we're going to set it up in the normal fashion of just having teams based on languages. So at the moment, we're hiring the team leaders of each team, so a language specialist for each, and then we're going to, from there, prepare and plan, and then move forward with hiring members for each team, which is going to work in conjunction with the team leader. So the team leader is going to have a say in who they hire. That's why it's important that we know, we speak with a person, and we have aligned views in the project and the targets, so that we know that when we go forward with this, we have a similar thought process in how we're going to also structure the team, since we're giving them direct say, which hopefully will give them a higher effectiveness, given that the team leaders have a direct say in many things. So we already have started that in JavaScript team lead, which I think you guys have spoken to regarding your website and for the future of your marketplace, because one of the team leads also has another association with a company that can help build your guys' marketplace.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, George. Maybe we'll just mention this time and go deeper into it at the next Twitter call. But you mentioned the marketplace. So I've been working for the last couple of years on developing what I call a creative social marketplace. And it's through an app called Drawsome. And Drawsome is essentially a social media marketplace for artists and those who love art, where artists can post their artwork and produce those not only as digital files and output, like, hey, here's my artwork, you can like it, follow me, and all that good social media stuff. But as an artist, I've always found a big gap between that and making a sale. And so through the Drawsome app, an artist will be able to not just post a piece of artwork, but that artwork can be turned into merchandise, t-shirts, tote bags, mugs, posters, you name it. And also with the incorporation of NFT marketplace into that, with the help of the Innova Foundation, we're going to offer minting through the app as well, through the secondary marketplace that's attached to the app, where artists can mint and sell their NFTs right directly through the app as well. And the social media aspect allows people to get to know their artists, even commission the artists right through the app for unique artwork that they want done for themselves or for their business. Yeah, so just Drawsome aims to solve a lot of the problems that artists face right now. Generally, artists are really good at the creative end and not so great at the marketing end. And negotiations for commissions is always a challenge for artists, because we're the worst at asking for a price or setting a price for our artwork that we create. And I even struggle with that. Like, I could be an artist who sold artwork for thousands of dollars, but then somebody asked me, hey, how much to draw my dog? And I always freeze. Like, I don't know. Let me see. How long will that take me? It depends on how much time I want to put into it, et cetera. It's a very challenging aspect. And so Drawsome aims to solve that for the artist, so that you put in your price per subject into the app, and the user, and they just get asked a series of questions, basic questions that lead them to the total price. They pay the price. All the negotiating is done there after between the artist and the client, if there's any fine tuning that needs to be done. And then the artwork is delivered and paid for. The artist gets paid exactly what they wanted for the artwork production.
I want to reiterate that the success that Manny has had as an international award-winning acclaimed artist and author putting him at the forefront of his artist community, the caricature community worldwide, has given him the ability to generate a strong community where he knows loads of artists and he contributes back to them. Okay, he hires them, he finds work for the talent that he's around, and it's a proven method that he's used for a decade now, and he's applying that same values and ethics and principles of giving back to his community and making the artists around him stronger within this Drawsome app and within TeamNFTnetic and all the projects that we're going to be associated and connected with. So there is a track record that Manny has that speaks for itself, and I'm just proud to be part of it and just want to let everybody know that.
Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, it's, again, another one of my passion projects that serves to help the artist community. I've been a lifelong artist myself and have gone through all of the challenges of getting clients, customers, evaluating my artwork, marketing, and I found all of the current platforms lacking in one way or another. And I guess that's how new ideas and projects are born, right? You see a problem that needs a solution and you come up with that solution and hope that it resonates with the people who have the problem. And Drawsome aims to be just that, and a complete creative social marketplace where an artist feels like it's a platform made specifically for them, to help them, where the platform comes with art competitions, commissions, print on demand, and we've partnered with a print on demand provider which drop ships to over 200 countries.
People are able to drop ship their NFTs after they mint them. They're able to. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes, absolutely. Anything posted to the app, to the Drawsome app, from an illustration to an NFT, can be purchased on a product and drop shipped directly to their house in over 200 countries.
Wow, that's exciting. That's incredible. That feature is going to allow people to own the metadata to the NFT, use it for whatever purpose that they desire, and with a couple clicks of a button have merch or any other products that they desire with their own, NFT that they own all the rights to, and they can do whatever they choose to with it. I mean, it's a full package deal that loops in your artist community that you've built over the last couple decades as being an artist.
Yep, exactly, absolutely. And because we've incorporated commercial use rights into the app, then if somebody purchases the NFT with the commercial use rights, they would be able to also reproduce those and sell them on merch if they desired. Now, of course, that would come at a higher cost because purchasing commercial use rights comes with a cost, right? The purchaser is setting to make money using that artwork. So the artists themselves, we're leaving it up to the artist to set the cost for selling the commercial use rights. Let's say it's $100, let's say it's $1,000, whatever. But if the client purchases the commercial use rights, they'll be able to resell said artwork on merchandise, which is drop shipped to 200 countries.
Well, when they purchase the NFT, they're effectively already paying that price, correct? Because they're owning the copyright. And then also the other question I was going to state is, how do you protect someone's artwork? Let's say someone has an artwork, NFT or not, and someone else starts drop shipping. Like, let's say I want to go get one of the Bored Apes on a mug and drop ship to my house, but it's not my NFT. Will you allow that? How do you prevent that?
Great question, George. I'm going to try to answer all of those. So yes, if you purchase the NFT, that does come with commercial use rights. Any other non-NFT artwork that's sold through the app also gives the option to purchase the commercial use rights separate from the NFT. Protection-wise, I'm looking into a number of ways to solve that. because that is a big concern of mine as a creative who produces artwork. And then I've seen artwork from a lot of my friends all over the world. I mean, I've seen artists in Italy selling prints of work from like Tom Richmond, who's a world famous Mad Magazine artist. And he doesn't know about it, right? So one of the ways that I'm thinking and I'm hoping that I know the technology exists, but we want to try to incorporate that into the Drawsome app, is a reverse image search where the first time an artist posts the artwork exists on our server. And if anybody wants to take a screenshot of that or copy that and put it up and try to sell that, I'm going to, and again, maybe some of our listeners can help, or you, George, can give insights to you. We want to utilize the reverse image that searches our database for any image that already exists like that, and to say, hey, this image is already posted, you do not own the copyrights to this, and disallow them to sell that artwork on merchandise that already exists within our Drawsome space.
We can definitely use. We can. First we stop screenshots on the app.
Mm-hmm.
Then second, we use the same tech that people are using for the like. No offense to some projects, but it's like their biggest ploy. It's like, okay, well, you shoot a camera at the still image, and it becomes an augmented reality image where it's moving. It's like, all right, cool. That same technology, though, could be used for this actual utility aspect, to where the same hooks that would activate that animation would instead activate, no, it's in our database, don't post it. But we just need to find a way to just be in a constantly updating database, which is pulling from the original posts. There has to be a way to, when you first post it, you're either posting extra data. There has to be some sort of validation process on artist post. There has to be a unique post style. We'll figure it out in development, but you see what I'm saying? There's ways to set it up to where it adds that post to the database to then use in the search when you post other stuff.
Absolutely. Thanks for just bringing all that to the forefront. And these are technical problems that we'll discuss, in more detail privately. I think that there's enough to unpack and draw some that we can make a whole session devoted to that, maybe the next session or sometime next week. But I think right now is a really good time to conclude, to wrap up what we've discussed today, and to encourage people to follow us on our social media, to join our community, and to tune in for next time. And for anybody who tunes in and listens to this, thanks for getting to the bottom of the barrel at the end of this session. Hit us up. Tell us what you want to hear from the team. Okay. Tell us what your questions are, any concerns. What do you want to know more about? We'll generate some content, and we'll focus on community interest, things that the community needs and wants to know about. So anybody who hears this, please let us know, and we want to speak to you directly.